When it comes to Unstoppable, we evolved quite a lot. So our focus over the last 6 months was on Monero and Zcash. I mean, we have been always like trying to differentiate ourselves as a privacy-focused wallet with a focus on best practices, so on engineering best practices. So we are not the fast building wallet, especially like on a mobile site. It takes like, well, if you're used to, like, let's say building with React, a web, let's say technology, it's used on mobile as well. But we work with iOS and Android, which is a Swift and Kotlin, and they are like fairly slower, like harder to build on. So we are rather slower builders, but we always try to get things done in a way that we would not have to return to them for years to come. Well, it's not always possible to do that, but that's our approach. So that's the same approach we took for privacy. But it just happened that there were a few gaps in our product, and one of that was that Monero was missing, and second, there were no decentralized swaps for the Monero specifically, and hopefully the THORChain is going to close that in the near future, and for Zcash. So over the last 6 months, what we were trying to do is mainly close those gaps to make sure that we are number one wallet for, well, we try to do. We are currently not the number one wallet in the Monero ecosystem, but we believe we are somewhere in the top 3. And the reason is that we don't know how many users each wallet has, right? But based on the people like you interact with, we get the impression that we are somewhere like either on the second or third spot. We believe to be like on the second spot. So Monero users are very important for us because they are uncompromised, and in a sense that you may not always get like an actionable feedback from them. But in general, if you can serve that user base, it means that you can go like deep enough when it comes to decentralization or other like requests for privacy. So yeah, so last 6 months we spent a lot of time on adopting everything Monero has into the wallet. We did that. So now like Monero is really fully supported. Same for Zcash. Zcash actually been in, well, I don't say we are like the first Zcash wallet, multi-coin wallet that supported Zcash, but I'm pretty sure we are, you know. I just don't know for sure right now because like there were many wallets throughout the years. Right now we are not the main one. There are like Zcash focused ones, which seem to have like backing from the influencers on, at least that's what we see on Twitter. But when it comes to the actual tech, I don't think that there is any wallet out there when it comes to Monero or Zcash or even Bitcoin, really, that has gone deeper technically as well as UX and UI wise than we did. We are not good at marketing, but we are definitely good at building stuff, and we just started monetizing product maybe like 1.5 years ago, maybe a year ago. So, and the good thing is, well, we are self-sustainable, so we are not really dependent on anyone. So just like on our motivation. So and yeah, so Monero and Zcash covered. We keep improving, and the main focus last 3 months and that we are focused on right now as well, and that's actually working on the THORChain pushed us in that domain other swaps. So THORChain delivers the web-based swaps, but for the wallet, we needed like to build within the wallet the swaps as well. So it includes THORChain, but at the same time includes pretty much anything that has decent amount of coverage for the token. So like THORChain covers the main essentials, I would say, the main assets, but at the same time, right now it kind of lacks a number of assets which you can't be aware about, and hopefully we can get them all there at some point. So that's one. Secondly, when people swap with the THORChain, well, we recommend everyone to swap with the THORChain, but the fact is sometimes they can't because the asset is not there, and they have to use, well, like the case for Monero now, and then they have to use some other swap source. And the reality was that none of the swap providers, well, swap interfaces, let me say, like wallets, right now they're like closed boxes. Some of them are open source, but even if the wallet is open source and you integrate some kind of library for the swap, you don't really know you can see what's in that library, but you don't know what's going on on the server side of that service that powers that library, right? So, and it happens that for swaps, especially when you are like after privacy, but the swap itself is not being done by the centralized provider, you have risks. You have privacy risks. Essentially, a provider. I'll tell you what kind of risk a bit later on, but there are many risks, and so people are unaware of those swap risks, and at the same time they are unaware of the freeze risks. And this is not relevant to the THORChain because none of those risks are there, right? But it just it's unfortunate but many people are using their favorite wallets right now and are unaware that their swaps can get frozen, that their data is being shared with a third party. I mean, not maybe shared deliberately, but a third party has enough means to collect that data, like what is the IP address, where that swap request originates from, what's his device, iOS, Android, and so on. Well, like meta markers, stuff. And this is important because right now you have a lot of regions which are in conflict. And I mean, for example, like I mean, I'm not sure how often this happened, but I know that stuff like that can happen and probably happened based on the feedback we received from some people. So it may happen that, let's say, a country A has some beef with the country B, or a region A has a beef with region B, and that region A has a lot of, well, a crypto-friendly region maybe, and have like a lot of swap providers hosted there, like legally hosted, not necessarily physically. So, and they don't seem to like people from region B. So what happens is that you receive a swap request from a region B, and if you know that this person's IP address is from that place, you simply freeze it because you know that this person from region B cannot really appeal. I mean, well, in some cases they cannot appeal. In many cases, because it can come from sanctioned place, you know. So a lot of such things are going on in the swap ecosystem, and swaps becoming important because exchanges are getting more and more aggressive at blocking and profiling, KYCing people. And we want to fill that gap and provide people an interface where they can swap with confidence that they're able to see the risks at once. For someone who has no problems with KYC, let's say, proving the origin of his funds, well, you just go with the best rate, But if someone like sold something for cash and ended up getting USDTs, and now he wants to convert them from, let's say, TRX into ETH or something else, well, it's not easy. It's close to impossible to actually like prove your source. So these people would kind of would, I think, prefer to know in advance what is that source they will be swapping through, and maybe getting like a 10 basis points favorable rate is not that important for them. Yeah, so that was our focus, and that's what we are trying to kind of finalize right now.